there, welcome to a short practice for the chair. So as we get ready to settle down and settle in, I'm going to place my feet on 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have those, those are a great tool to have. And just let my hands rest on my thighs. So if you have limited use of one side of the body, you can always place that foot and then hold on to the hand if you like, if that doesn't want to stay where you'd like it. Let's shut down the eyes and deepen the breath in and out. Taking a moment to notice how the seat feels against your back, against the back of the hips, the buttocks and the thighs, feeling the pressure of the feet on the props. Maybe taking an active shoulder shrug to let those shoulders come down. And then noticing your breath. It might be deep in the belly, it might be shallow, high up in the ribs. No need to change anything just yet. We're just noticing what's happening. And then start deepening your breath in and out. Maybe just a little bit longer on your inhale, just a little bit longer on your exhale. Just noticing how that feels. And then we'll open up the eyes. So let's move one or both hands onto the knees. Again, if one side is different than the other, just letting that arm rest wherever it will. There's no need, it doesn't have to be a certain way. The arm that is more active can do its own thing. So on your next breath in, lift your chin towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, drop your chin down. Breathe in, lift your chin to the ceiling. And breathe out, take it down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Pause there. On your next breath in, roll one ear to one shoulder. So it's like you're making a little half circle. And exhale your chin to your chest. As you breathe in, take the other ear to the shoulder. And exhale, chin to the chest, side to side, back and forth, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe take one big circle all the way around one direction. Listen to your neck. And then maybe take that circle all the way around in the other direction. That can also just be a back and forth, side to side. And then bring your head back up center. If I'm honest, I've kind of shrugged my shoulders up and leaned a little forward, so I'm going to settle back into my chair again. Spine as nice and tall as I can make it. And then turning your head all the way as far as you can to one side and back to the center. And then all the way as far as you can to the other side and back to center. Again, all the way to one side and back, and all the way to the other side and back. Nice. All right, so on your next breath in, our fully functional arm is going to reach all the way up, and then we'll take it all the way down. So we want to honor the side of the body that's still working the way we hope it works, and back down. Good, one more time, just reaching that one arm. Nice. And back down. Now, if you have someone who can help you, have them grab a hold of your other arm, and we're again going to take it up and down. If you don't have someone who can help you, let's take that hand to the other side, and as much as we can, stretch it up and around and then back down. So we're going to try to mimic that movement as much as we can with this other arm. And while we're doing that, we're going to be getting a little extra work with that shoulder that's doing the work. So we'll make sure we're doing the same thing on the other side. All right, from there, we'll take that arm out in front and take it across. Good. So this is our arm that is weaker. We're helping that along. Take it across and back. One more time, take it across and back. All right, now we're going to twist. So since you already have a hold of that arm, can you take it across? Maybe pin it between, if you're in a wheelchair, you could try to pin those fingers between your leg and the side of the chair, okay? Trying to keep it there as much as possible. If it doesn't want to stay, just keep a hold of it and then turn your body. Maybe I'm going to be hooking my elbow around the back of the chair here, and I can still hold on to this other arm, okay? When I get paying attention to my upper body, I tend to forget my lower body, so I'm going to try to make sure I keep those knees as close to aligned together as I can, and then we'll turn that head and look over that shoulder, getting our twist on this side. Big breath in, and big breath out. Big breath in, and a big breath out. One more big breath in and out. We'll come back to center. And now we'll help this arm come around. And if you're in a hard back chair, linking it over, okay? If you're in the wheelchair, maybe hooking it over that back side of the chair as best you can. Now that arm, as long as it's hooked, can hang, and we can take that more dominant arm across. Sitting up tall and looking over your shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And back to center. So maybe grabbing that non-dominant hand and bringing it back around in front. Nice. So from here, we're going to do a little cat and cow. So either hand and forearm, however we need to do that. I'm going to turn the chair so you can see my spine a little bit better. This is one of those ones that tends to work a little bit better if you're in a hard back chair than if we're in the wheelchair, but we can make it happen if we need to be in the wheelchair. If you can scoot forward a little bit on the chair, please do that. I'm going to bring my blocks back under my feet so that my knees are a little bit higher. All right, and we're leaning forward. As you take your breath in, lift your chest. And as you take your breath out, round your back, tuck your chin. Breathing in, lift the chest. And breathing out, tuck the chin. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Nice. And then sit back up. All right, let's start with our dominant leg. We're going to take that and extend the leg out. If you can bring the heel to the floor, great. If that doesn't work very well, you can kind of scoot that support out in front of you. This other leg is going to stay bent, and we're just going to try to reach as far as we can towards that foot. If you can touch the toes, great. If not, that's fine too. I mean, it's really not necessary. We can just hold on to the leg, seeing how the back of that leg feels. Nice. And then on an inhale, come back up again. And let's try that one more time. So this time we were kind of leaning, if you just leaned forward, you probably were even over both sides for the most part. Now I want you to kind of gauge yourself more towards that extended leg. And if you can, grab a hold of that non-dominant arm and reach it forward too. It'll just be a little bit deeper stretch. You might not get as far, okay? And we certainly don't want to feel like we're falling out of the chair. So just reach as far as you can. If you can hook that foot, great. If not, also great. Drop your head down, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll come back up. Nice. All right, so I'm just gonna drag that block back, okay? And now we're gonna pick up that same leg and cross the ankle at the knee, okay? This might be plenty for your stretch, okay? That might be giving you plenty of feedback through that thigh and hip. If it's not, you can lean a little bit forward onto that leg. If you need to, sometimes that non-dominant leg might not be able to support quite as well. You can reach down and kind of make sure you're keeping that other knee and leg supported, okay? Breathing in and breathing out. Next time we'll work with using some straps and things to see how that helps our practice. And sit back up, and then we'll uncross that leg. And we're gonna do the best to repeat on the other side. So if you need to reach down and move the block, or you can use the dominant foot to move that block forward, we're again gonna extend that leg, so picking that up, placing the heel down. It might require a little more support with your dominant hand here. I'm gonna keep my other knee bent as we did before. And to start, of course, we're leaning center. So that might mean you're reaching more for this bent leg toe. You might be crossing over just a little bit from the midline. You can also grab a hold of that weaker arm and stretch it forward so that we're leaning straight forward over both legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll sit back up. All right, so if we didn't have a hold of that arm to begin with, we definitely want to now. We're directing that chest more towards that extended leg and stretching long again. Dropping the head down, breathing in and breathing out, doing whatever you need to do to keep that leg extended. Big breath in and big breath out. Just feeling what's going on in that leg. And then we'll sit back up again. The block can stay out there because we're not going to need it after this. Pick up the foot, take it across. Here's our hip stretch. All right, so again, we can stay right here since this side might be, a little more interesting, right? And then lean forward if that feels good. If not, of course, you can just stay upright. Taking a few breaths into that hip on this side. Nice. On your next breath in, come back up. We're going to uncross that leg, pull that block in with the other foot, and then place that leg back again on the block. If you're still scooted forward, let's scooch back again. And we're going to come back to our breathing. So letting this chair support you. Hands can rest wherever is comfortable. Again, if you want to hold on to that hand to keep it where you want it, you can. Otherwise, it can just do its thing. There's no reason why it can't just do what it's doing. All right, we'll shut the eyes down. Maybe drop the chin just a little bit. Deeply breathing in and breathing out. Again, checking in. This time, think about the parts of the body we worked. So our shoulders, the upper back, the chest, how does that feel? Backs of the legs and hips, how does that feel? Breathing in and breathing out. And we'll open up the eyes. Turn my chair back around here so I'm looking at you. All right. Let's bring one hand over our heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we say namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you soon.